Hi everybody, welcome to the next video on COVID-19 and wish you a very all happy new year. Hope this pandemic comes to an end in this year. Hoping that, let's start today's video. Today's video is on COVID-19 vaccine. All of you might be interested in knowing what is COVID-19 vaccine, what are the indication, contraindication, what's the different types, whether to take, whether not to take, and what are the indications to take and what are the contraindication. All those things might be running your head. So I thought of making this video. Okay, in this video we will divide the video in following parts. First we will study what are the types of COVID-19 vaccines and mechanisms of immune protection of the COVID-19 vaccine, and in detail regarding the Covishield and Covaxin, because these two vaccines are available in India. I would like to go regarding the specifications regarding these two vaccines. Okay, types and mechanism will study in a single flow diagram. Okay, this is the types and how does these vaccines trigger the immunity. So there are totally 1, 2, 3 and 4 types of vaccine available against COVID-19 virus. So the main motto of all these vaccines is to produce the immunity, which would be either B type or T type of immunity against the COVID-19. So how does these vaccines specifically produce immunity? We are going to study in this flow diagram. So first, coming to the first type of vaccine, that is recombinant virus vector with spike protein. RBD is receptor binding domain. So what is the mechanism behind this is a recombinant virus vector which is inactivated. Okay, the commonly used virus is adenovirus. So adenovirus acts as a vector. Vector is a vehicle which transports any specific material from outside the cell to inside the cell. So here in this type of vaccination, they have used inactivated adenovirus, which contains the spike protein, specifically the receptor binding domain, which has around 190 kilobase pairs. So, and these two are combined, and when this enters into the body cell of an human being, there is an release of spike protein from the receptor recombinant virus vector, and this spike protein, it is an inactivated, it's not an activated, it's inactivated, means it has the ability to produce the antigenicity but not the disease. Okay, that is the important thing here. It's an inactivated. This spike protein enters the proteasome. What is proteasome? Proteasome is an organelle in the cell of an human being, which lyses the protein to produce a specific polypeptide or a specific amino acids. Okay, once this spike protein enters the proteasome, this undergo a lysis, and it forms a specific polypeptide which acts as an antigen. This antigen is present on the it is sent to the cell membrane, where MHC type 1 is a receptor for CD8 T lymphocytes. Okay, this type of MHC1, which is containing the spike protein stimulates the CD8 T receptors. So this CD8 T receptors is which everyone know, it is a cytotoxic type of immunity. So this trains the body to produce the cytotoxic type of immunity. Okay, understood? Recombinant virus vector containing the spike protein enters the body. After entering the cell, spike protein is detached from the recombinant virus vector because the role of the vector is done, because it just helps moving from outside to inside. This spike protein enters the proteasome. Here the spike protein is cleaved, and the antigenic part of that spike protein is taken to the cell membrane. This antigenic part is presented to the CD8 by MHC type 1. MHC type 1 always stimulates CD8 T lymphocyte. All the nucleated cells in the body will have MHC type 1 receptors. Once the CD8 T receptors are stimulated, they produce the cytotoxic immunity. How they produce? They kill the cell having the virus. So this type of immunity is produced by recombinant virus vector type. Okay. Now next coming to the second vaccine, that is DNA vaccine. So what is DNA vaccine? You can see this is an DNA genetic material which is attached to a plasmid. Okay. This is a plasmid and this is a DNA genetic material. So once this DNA genetic material, this plasmid helps in movement of genetic material from outside the cell to inside the cell. Once the DNA enters inside the cell, it is converted to mRNA, okay, by transcription. Once the mRNA is formed, it enters the ribosome and there is a production of the proteins by translation. Okay, DNA containing vaccine attached to the plasmid. This is plasmid. This is an DNA vaccine. Enters the cell. DNA is released. DNA is converted to mRNA by transcription. mRNA is converted to the proteins by ribosomes, human cell ribosome by translation. Okay, these proteins which are specific to the COVID-19, okay, enters the proteasome. Again the same mechanism. When this enters the proteasome, there is a lysis, and the lysis creates antigenic material on the MHC complex, which stimulates the CD8 T cells, which helps in the cytotoxic immunity. So cytotoxic immunity. So there is a production of an CD8 T memory cells, which can attack once the person gets infected with the COVID-19, real COVID-19 infection. Okay, this is the mechanism of DNA vaccine. Now coming to the mRNA vaccine. mRNA vaccine, this is the mRNA and this is an lipid membrane which helps in movement of mRNA vaccine from outside the cell to inside the cell. Once it enters inside the cell, there is a release of mRNA. mRNA again binds to the ribosome and there is a production of proteins. This is known as translation. Same. Here it is a DNA, it is an mRNA. This proteins again enters the proteasome. Again in proteasomes, the proteins are cleaved and the antigenic part is presented to CD8 lymphocytes via MHC complex 1. Okay. Then this MHC complex will cause cytotoxic immunity, means it produces the memory cells which helps in infection against the COVID-19. Okay. Coming to the last type, which is an inactivated whole virion type with an adjuvant, that is aluminum hydroxide. Okay, in this type of vaccine, it's an inactivated whole virion. Okay, not just the spike protein, whole of the virion is inactivated, and when this vaccine is given, this enters the cell, same through lipid membrane covering this thing. It's a little bit lipid membrane covering this. Once it enters inside the cell, the lipid membrane shuts off. The inactivated whole virion along with the adjuvant enters the proteasome. Again, through the same mechanism, proteasome cleaves the protein and there is an antigenic material which is presented on the MHC1. So this MHC1 is presented to the CD8 lymphocyte which produces cytotoxic immunity. So how are the antibodies produced? This is the mainly cytotoxic immunity. So this is mainly T type. So how the B type, means antibodies are produced. So what happens? You can see here this protein, okay, which is produced. When these proteins are produced, they also get excreted from the cell. Not they just go to this pathway. There is one more pathway which get excreted to the cell. Once it get excreted to the cell or movement out of the cell, it is taken by the another body cell. Okay, and this body cell, it could be any type, any body cell, and this body cell will present it to the CD4 T lymphocytes. Okay, through MHC type 2. This is MHC type 2. Okay, MHC type 2. As you all know, MHC type 2 stimulates CD4 lymphocytes. When CD4 lymphocytes are stimulated, they stimulate B cells. And when B cells are stimulated, they produce plasma cells, and plasma cells produce antibodies. These antibodies helps fighting against the COVID-19 infection. Okay, understood? And the CD4 lymphocyte, which is an helper cell, also produce cytokines which will boost the cytotoxic immunity. Understood? Proteins which are produced are excreted from the cell, which are taken by the other different body cells, which when presented to CD4 lymphocyte through MHC type 2. Okay, once this protein are taken and it is presented to CD4 by MHC complex 2, B cells are produced, B cells will produce antibodies. CD4 T lymphocyte also stimulates the cytokines, which will stimulate the cytotoxicity. So DNA vaccine and mRNA vaccine, they produce both cytotoxic immunity by the first mechanism and mRNA and antibodies by the second mechanism. So what happens in recombinant virus vector and inactivated whole virion? There will be an presence of subunit vaccine. Okay, subunit vaccine. Okay, there will presence of subunit vaccine which can stimulate the CD4 pathway to the same mechanism. Understood? Recombinant virus vector and the inactivated whole virion have production of subunit vaccine or production of subtype, we can say, which can stimulate the CD4 lymphocytes. So all the four, recombinant virus vector, DNA vaccine, mRNA vaccine and inactivated whole virion vaccine, they stimulate both CD4 lymphocyte and cytotoxic immunity. They stimulate both, that means B and T cell, both are stimulated. All these cell, when we give vaccine, they act as a memory cell. Memory cells means they stay in the memory, and when we get infection with COVID-19, they act against it. So what are the major brands according to the vaccine type? Recombinant virus vector is mainly Covishield and AstraZeneca produced. This one, Covishield, which is available in India, it is a recombinant virus vector containing the adenovirus with spike protein in it. And mRNA, it has Moderna and Pfizer. Both these vaccination are mRNA type. And inactivated whole virion is Covaxin. Covaxin is an inactivated whole virion type. Okay, 4 types: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Basically, 4 types of the vaccine and the production of immunity. Okay, cytotoxic and antibodies, both of these. Okay, next, coming to the specifications regarding Covaxin and Covishield, because these two vaccines are produced and given in India to all the initially at first stage to all the healthcare workers. So what is the dose? Dose is 0.5 ml per session. Totally 2 doses are given. Each dose is of 0.5 ml, and each one interval between the 2 doses is 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, and one dose and second dose interval will be around 4 to 6 weeks. The route preferred is intramuscular route. So vaccines, and under which conditions the vaccines are not advised? In pregnant women, breastfeeding women, and children less than 18. It's not that it's contraindicated, but it is not advised because there are no trials regarding pregnant women, breastfeeding women, and children less than the 18. So it is not advised in this age group. And also the person with the present infection with the SARS-CoV-2 virus, and acutely unwell and hospitalized due to any illness, and anaphylaxis. These are 6 conditions in which it is not advised at present. When in future days there can be many other contraindications for the vaccine. At present, these are the 6: pregnancy, breastfeeding, children less than 18, present infection with SARS-CoV-2, acutely unwell and hospitalized due to any illness, and anaphylaxis by hypersensitivity. So the person infected with SARS-CoV-2 are advised to take vaccine 4 to 6 weeks after the recovery from the illness. Okay, these 2 groups are advised to take the vaccine 4 to 6 weeks once they recover from the illness. Okay, and special caution to be given in patient with thrombocytopenia and clotting factor deficiency, because it's given IM. So special caution has to be given in these 2 conditions. Many people had a doubt, like, can we give it in the patient with immunodeficiency or SARS-CoV-2? So the vaccine can be given in the patient with past history of SARS-CoV-2 virus, with the history of chronic diseases like CLD, CKD, diabetes. Even in those patients it can be given, and also in the immunodeficiency condition like HIV, malignancy, patient on immunosuppressants. In those patients also it can be given, but the potency of the vaccine will reduced in these conditions, immunodeficiency condition. That has to be borne in mind. But even in these conditions, only 2 doses are recommended. Next, like duration of immunity and need for the booster dose, it still yet to be worked upon. So at present, I leave this 2 questions as inquiry. Okay. To summarize, we studied about the type. There are four types, and how basically they stimulate the immunity, and what are the specifications Covishield and COVID Covaxin, and in whom to be given, whom not to be given. These two. Okay. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe the video. It takes a lot of efforts to make this video. Okay. Thank you. For any doubt, please inbox me. Once again, thanks a lot.